Hi guys, this is Negla. I'm here with the monthly May 2017 reading for our feminine energies. It's pretty exciting to see how our feminine energies have been doing in the last few months, and um, I should say that they have been doing a great job in following their intuition and to really pushing forward to becoming their full authentic selves, honoring their femininity, honoring their path, honoring their soul's intuition, and honoring their life purpose and their mission. The month of April has been quite interesting, especially for our feminine. And I know I've just done my masculine reading for the month. Um, so both of them are really connecting very well together at this time. But um, the month of April has been very different for our feminine energies. They have really ventured forward, um, really took not only leaps of faith regarding their intuition, but also leaps of faith regarding them speaking their truth and speaking their full authentic selves. And it's something to really every feminine energy should be really proud of that transformation and proud of that movement forward, because if you watch also my masculine reading, you're going to understand how this has also been affecting our masculine energies, because them watching their feminine counterparts, especially for those on a twin flame path or those on a divine partnership path or um, a divine spiritual path, they're going to understand how the two energies have been interacting together, and how when one of them ventures forward with following the guidance of our spirit guides, or the guidance of the soul, or the guidance of the ascension path, things start to happen on both sides, and they've been pulling forward each other into a much higher level of understanding, a much higher level of knowledge, a much higher level of intuitive guidance. Um, this month, the feminine energies received some great cards for the month of May. And I apologize for the delay of my video, but it gets really busy with the private readings and the Skype sessions, and these videos take time to get them done. But I'm doing the best, and hopefully I'll have some new things coming up as well for everyone who's been watching my videos. Let me show you, the cards that came for the feminine when it comes to the energy. And of course, as I always say, you're going to see what cards I have in the description of my video, whatever cards I'm using. So I'm going to start with the first card, which is Awakening. And I feel it's just quite the message this is the first card that the guys really wanted to express this time for our feminine energy, is their sense of awakening. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the card. She, as a divine feminine, I can see from the background this is an illumination light. She's surrounded by wonderful red roses. Um, Even in her look, it's a look about what the future is bringing. So what the guides really wanted to say with this card is that they are watching in admiration how our feminine energies are fully awakening into their own divine self. It's a very auspicious card, bringing in beautiful news about a spiritual awakening and about a spiritual leap forward in their lives. It's about our feminine energies actually fully charging forward with their own energies, charging forward with their own self knowledge, with their own inner goddess energy, without any fear or any setbacks. It's like someone who is fully seeing the light, and the background of the card, and having the roses, it's about a love of self, a love of an awakening, a spiritual awakening. This card is really about the feminine shifting forward in their intuition, and shifting forward in their connection between their soul and the universe. it is really, really a commendation from the guides to the feminine energies, telling them that they are doing a great job with their own awakening and with their own ascension path. Um, it's a really good opening card for our feminine energies. It was interesting. The second card that came for our feminine energies is Kindred Spirits. Um, the butterfly here up here represents transformation, but really this card is about connections with those that we regard as soul family, as people that we've known throughout our past. That our soul knows those people. It's about the feminine energy really bonding with the soul family. Um, During that transformation has been happening with the feminine energies, many of them are starting this new understanding that in our current world, what happens really is because it's a world like it's based on ego, it's based on a 3D perspective of things. Um, it's everything around the feminine energy is about feminine energies competing against each other. It's about them seeing, for example, all the the craziness of life. It's about them competing, who's more beautiful than the other one, who has got the better body, who's hotter than the other one, or who has the best boyfriend, who has the best husband, who has the most money. And I'm feeling this card is about the guides really commending a lot of the feminine energies for transcending this kind of understanding into an understanding that every single feminine energy, and I know this when I speak about energy, it's not about a specific gender, but here they're very specific about women. This is very specifically targeting women with feminine energy. Um, this card is about the guides saying that even with that awakening that they've been talking about in the first card, our feminine energies are no longer seeing this whole idea that they have to be competing with each other for a love of a man, or competing with each other for who's better than who is an alpha female versus who's not. It's not about that. It's about women really honoring their goddess energy, that all and every woman created is beautiful in her own sense, and in her own tradition, and in her own taste for life. It's about the honoring of the feminine goddess within. I feel very much that it's targeting women with feminine energy. It's not about it's very gender specific with this card, but also this card is also talking about connections from people in the past. It's about feminine energies connecting with soulmates, past life connections, karmic love relationships that they've had. I also feel also, especially with these two looking like twins, I feel this is very much about twin flame energy going into this. Is as the more the feminine energy, and we're talking very much about feminine energy now. It's not gender specific. About the feminine energy, whoever identifies with that is going to be reconnecting with twin flame, reconnecting with a high soulmate. It's like a cycle. I feel very much a cycle that is coming back, or something cycling back. This is the best way to say it. Someone is cycling back from the past. So it's a card with a couple of really wonderful mixed messages coming with it. So I feel this is good news coming for the feminine energies. I feel also it's how once the feminine energy embraces her own inner beauty and embraces her own inner goddess emotions and inner goddess feelings, and her respect for other women or for other feminine energies, that in itself is going to be a good energy that is going to attract to her something from the past, which is actually for her higher self. So it's not a negative thing coming from the past. It's about a cycle back to a love situation that is going to be honored and is going to be highlighted in the month of May. So it's quite an interesting card for the feminine. And another thing that popped into my mind about that card is, and I don't know if you can actually see it, it's the background, all that surrounding kind of frame background is like a letter. So this picture is on top of a letter. So I feel there is some kind of communication that is coming in from, I don't know what the word blast from the past is. It's like it's coming in. So some kind of form of a communication with someone that is connected emotionally and in a loving and romantic way to you is going to be shown maybe in something written, like someone writing a letter. This is a written form of a communication, so it could be in a form of a text, an email, something of that sort that is written. I don't feel very much is spoken, but it's some kind of a communication, so it could be coming in different ways, but I'm getting more of a written kind of communication with this card. The last card that came for the feminine is the card Sanctuary, and up here, I don't know if you can really see it very clearly, but up here there's a peacock and there's the jaybird, and the first thing that came with this card is those birds are very protective birds. Okay, how can I say this card? The message that's coming with is quite interesting. I feel very much with this Sanctuary card, it's not about the feminine energies actually seeking their own sanctuary. I feel this is about a masculine energy feeling very protective of their feminine energy. I feel that they are being very protective of the feminine energy that is connected to them, their own counterpart. The peacock and the jaybirds are very protective kind of birds, especially with blue jays, for example. They're very, and I know I spoke about that in one of my readings. It's about loving protection. It's about loving protection. It's about someone surrounding their feminine counterpart with love. And it's love in the form of kind of a protection. And there's so it's something about the masculine energy wanting to show their feminine counterparts that they could seek sanctuary in them, because I feel and I know it's quite interesting, this reading. I definitely suggest that you watch both readings this month, my masculine and my feminine. It's about, again, I feel very masculine sense in this card, that the masculine energies are really wanting to show their sense of guidance, their sense of protection to their feminine energies. You know that my cat decided to show up here, but oh well. Yeah, so this is an amazing card for our feminine energies. It's a really cute card. Let me show you what happened with the romance angel cards. Okay, so I usually try to pick up 3 cards or something like that, but I got 5 cards. 5? I hope I'm counting correctly here. 5 cards. Yep, 5 cards this time for our feminine energies, and I'm gonna show you also the bottom of the deck, because apparently our guides have multiple messages for our feminine energies this time. So our first card is unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And usually this card, sometimes you get scared of it, because it's like when you're thinking about someone that you love, and for example this card shows up. But I feel that this card is about an ex being released. I feel this is good news, because the guides are saying that the feminine energies have released their past and released someone from their past in a very peaceful and in a very good way. So I feel that the feminine energies are recognizing people from their past, not only an ex-husband or an ex-lover, an ex-boyfriend. Yeah, definitely this is about an ex. an ex that okay, so the guides are saying that they're very proud of how the feminine energies are treating their exes from the past. So it could be that the feminine energies are treating their ex, lover, ex person in their lives. They're being having the sense of discernment, how to deal with situations like this. Um, that they have released that person from their past in a loving and in a very peaceful way. I'm definitely feeling with this card that some of our feminine energies are getting those masculine energies from the past coming to cycle back towards their feminine, towards you or towards the feminine energy. But at this time, the feminine energy, they know what they're doing now. They realize how worthy they are, and especially some of these relationships, I'm seeing a lot of karmic relationships cycling back or coming back to test the feminine or to show them in a way that they have healed so much of them that they are no longer going to accept anything that is less worthy or anything that it is not respectful to their own ascension or respectful to their own new sense of worthiness. So I feel this is amazing. This is a card that is really good for our feminine energy. It's like the work that they've been doing, the work that the feminine has been doing is really, really paying off. That they no longer are going to accept anything that is less than what they feel that they deserve and what is honorable to them. So that's the first card. The second card is playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this is a card about what the feminine energies are feeling right now, and the guys are also telling the feminine energies to enjoy playful time. Playfulness is about expressions of joy. It's about expressions of taking things easily without, the fears, oh, I'm going to be hurt, I'm going to be vulnerable to him or to her or to whatever you feel. It's about trusting who you are and knowing that you can go with whatever emotions that you're feeling at the moment. It's about being playful. It's about enjoying things and smiling and bringing that childlike, innocent emotions back in you, because that's so important for the feminine energy right now, is to actually learn how to enjoy life, how to enjoy connections with others, how to enjoy even, especially for feminine energies, when they're connecting with the masculine, something happens to them and they start remembering all the pains of the past, or oh, he's gonna do this to me and I'm not worthy of this, and they start stirring and triggering things in their feminine energies, but which is again good. It's a good thing, but the guys are really reminding them of how much work they've done to heal themselves and heal their past and heal their fears, and this is them telling them to be strong in how they trust their senses of intuition, how they can take things in life without carrying the burdens of the past, and being playful about it and being enjoying life. Okay, so I think that really ties up with the next card. Is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. It's again about the passion of life, a passion of love that is coming into the feminine lives. I feel this card is speaking to the whole idea that someone is cycling back into your life. The blast from the past, the love from the past that is showing up, and it's just telling the feminine to enjoy the passions of life without trying to control what the outcome should be, without trying to really calculate every single move that they're making or that they have to do. It's about taking things lightly and feeling as they go, honoring however they feel when it comes to their sense of passion. I'm definitely feeling a lot of masculine passion in this card. The next card is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. This is about being open to life, open to this whole idea of who's your best or best fit, or your soulmate, your twin flame. If you're going to be meeting your twin flame for the first time, then you're going to be amazed by your twin flame being something you've never really imagined, because you have to keep an open mind about what this universe is bringing you into your own path. And also it's about being open to love in many different ways. I feel this also is about us having, or about the feminine energy understanding their masculine counterparts and allowing them to be who they are, keeping an open mind about how the masculine energy is presenting themselves to us. Is to not try to calculate how they're supposed to react and how they're supposed to act with the feminine energy. Of course, as long as the interaction is respectful and the interaction is worthy of the feminine, and it's really honorable in the way it's being presented to her. But it's also about the feminine being open to those masculine and allowing them to be who they are, without us putting expectations on them, and without us telling them this is the way they're gonna behave, or they have to be. It's like we cannot really ask our masculine to be put in a mold, because we are not going to be accepting that on us. So I feel this is an interesting card for the feminine, and that's exactly what the next card is. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. It's about the feminine again, letting things go and letting things move as naturally and as organically as possible, because when we try to calculate our emotions and calculate our steps and calculate how we're going to view life and how we want things to go when it comes to our romance, we forget that we're not enjoying, and it takes the joy out of the enjoy. So the feminine energy needs to let go of that control. Again, the bottom of the deck was calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, just thought of another card. So, okay, so this card came to the bottom of the deck, which is a soulmate card. So this definitely, again, is about a twin flame connection, a high soulmate or high divine counterpart connection. I think it just ties back to the whole idea of yeah, my cat really wants to be in this video. She's feminine, so she wants to listen. So definitely the soulmate card is about the twin flame and the soulmate coming back into our lives, and it's really due to our hard work. It's about the positive energies that the feminine have been really doing. It's about our higher vibration attracting our equal, and it's a really good card. It's quite interesting that beneath the card that was like below that one is a reconciliation card. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I think that's again a confirmation about something from the past cycling back and coming into the feminine life, and you just have to be open by to the way that is going to show up in your life. I think that's good news for those who have been waiting for some kind of a communication or expecting something from the past to show up. Your twin flame cycling back, your soulmate or your high divine partner reconnecting back with you. So it's a beautiful card. Yeah, the feminine got really a lot of cards this time for the careers and romance, for the romance cards. When it comes to careers and finances, the first card that came for the feminine, I got two cards for our feminine energies, is Two of Air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. The Suit of Air here represents the intellect. It's the thoughts that keep coming back. Thoughts. I feel with that is that feminine energy is procrastinating on some kind of a decision, or maybe an offer being presented and we're just taking time to think about it. I feel also something stopping, like coming to a stop, but the guides are saying to the feminine that you need to make a decision and keep going forward. I don't know why I felt now with the number 2, it's about balance. It's about some kind of a balance that we have to have in our thought when we're thinking about our careers and our finances. It's about having different decisions, but we're not making any decision. It's about we're not making any decision. So it's I feel something needs to be said, something needs to be done, and it's just showing, this card is just an example of the guys telling that the feminine, they need to move forward, and think about it not from an ego perspective but from a spiritual perspective, because something about this situation is in need of balance. I'm not really sure what this message fully is saying, but it's about balance in thought, or a decision that is going to create more balance in our lives. I think this is that we have to make more decisions that are going to help us as feminine energy create balance in our life, a balance between our work, a balance between our family obligations, responsibilities, and a balance with how we can actually nurture and take care of ourselves. So some kind of decisions here need to be made, like someone is not making a decision and they've been procrastinating and pretending that the problem is going to go away on its own, but it isn't. It's not going to go away on its own, because definitely with this card I feel very much an imbalance. Maybe you're working too many hours and not being appreciated, and maybe you are in a situation where maybe you are spending all your time in the family sense and forgetting your own career or your own financial dreams or ambitions. It's something that you have to do right now to create a balance, and it's related to your careers and your finances. That's something definitely with that. Okay, so the next card was Ten of Water. A contented and rewarding family life, your emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationships. I feel that just explains why this decision that needs to be done is so important, because it's going to bring more harmony in your connection to your family. And it's also, once you create balance, when you make that decision that's going to create the balance in your life, your family life is going to benefit so much from it. You're going to have more harmony in the family setting, more harmony in the connection you have between the life, the family, and the work situation balance. I also feel with this card is that the guys are saying that once you follow your intuition, and once you follow sometimes the fearful decisions that you have to make, or the strong decisions you have to make based on your soul's guidance, you have to understand that your needs are going to be met, your material needs are going to be met, but you just have to follow your guidance and what you feel intuitively, even if you don't really fully see the steps, or what's going to happen, how you're going to be providing for this, how are you going to be making more money for this, or how you're going to be able to afford this. I feel it's about us taking those leaps of faith again, because behind the scenes the guides and God and the universe are working to make sure that our needs and material needs are going to be met, because we are following that guidance that is being presented by our soul. I feel also some kind of a marriage proposal coming with this card. Something about a marriage proposal. So yeah, that's something I just had to say. And the guys are not saying more than that. It's just a marriage proposal. And whoever is going to be listening to this, something might be triggered, or something might show up in their lives for that card. I hope you've enjoyed the reading for our feminine energy for this month, and I hope that each person watching this video, especially from the feminine energy, that they really understand how much hard work that they've done, and that they have honored their path by taking some leaps of faith, and taking steps to become their full authentic self. So this is our reading for the month of May, and I wanted to mention this at the end of my video, and I mentioned something at the end of my masculine video. about my Facebook group page, Negle's Gardens of Wisdom. I'm going to be making some new changes and some new announcements coming up. I've been making some now, but things, sometimes take time to reach its fruitful destination. So, I would love you to join my group page, because I post a lot on it, a lot of guidance, a lot of positive messages from the guides, a lot of positive messages that I receive about the current energy. I'm also going to be a speaker and participating at a wonderful conference, Twin Flame conference in Chicago, from June 30th till July 2nd. This is an event for Twin Flames who are on an ascension path. It's a guidance for Twin Flames, but also it's for anyone who is on a journey towards their spiritual ascension, and anyone who is into divine partnerships. And if you want more information about that conference, it is definitely, I'm honored to be one of 6 speakers. The other people speaking at this conference are amazing and very gifted and intuitively guided spiritual teachers. I'm even honored just to be on the speaker list with them. And it's going to be a great event that is targeting a lot of guidance, a lot of intuitive messages. There's a lot of activation codes, light codes, intuitive astrology, healing energies, and divine intervention. There's going to be so much going on with that. And anyone who's on the path towards ascension, anyone in the twin flame journey, they need to shift their manifestation powers. They need to shift their energies of their union into more positive action. Then definitely this event will be for them. It's also for anyone who is into a spiritual path, because it's going to be more and more guidance targeting the individual person attending. I'll have more information on the details on the video, but also if you need more information, please feel free to email me. I'd love to answer those questions. And I have more information, of course, on my Facebook page and group page. With this, I just definitely want to thank you for watching my videos, thanking everyone who has sent me wonderful positive comments, and I look forward to doing more readings for the feminine. If you would like your own personal reading with me, and I do Skype sessions, and I also do intuitive, I do channeled messages from the guides, and I also do card readings as well. So if you would like more information, please feel free to contact me, and I'd love to connect with you. With this, I hope you've enjoyed the reading for the month of May, and I look forward to an amazing month of June for our feminine energies, with another major shift for our energies, both masculine and feminine. It's going to be interesting for both, and I'm sure as I get closer to it, I'm going to be feeling a lot more about what's coming for both energies. So stay tuned, because new things are going to be showing up, and I'll talk to you soon.